Social media is a better teacher than school. I came across this video.
School is this wonderful place, but it is a fairly artificial place in the sense that your teacher gets paid to pay attention to you, and your fellow students, they actually pay to pay attention to you.
And this is a big concept, it's still warping my brain. Like most people, I was told going to school was the right thing to do. I had to, because it's what you do. I got to the point in school where nothing felt right. Why is it so strict? Where you had to keep it to yourself, but only when asked. We as children ask, why do we do all these things? Why, when we want to have fun, we go and learn how to communicate right and solve math equations, which, may I point out, are all really good things and are fun. But for what cause? This is always what tripped me up, and even made learning in school very painful. It is a game you play, but isn't one that exactly you get out of if you play it enough. And that's the piece blowing my mind. It builds the belief that you are part of the system. You can't get out. You have to stay there, and no one is going to save you. And I've been realizing beliefs of self-doubt that came from school. But that's why what Austin Kleon said hit me. What you need is to know the rules so you can play your own game on the board. And you don't learn those rules inside the system. And that's where social media is different. When you create for social media, you use the basic tools that you learn from school. If you don't write your concepts and material in an interesting way, you won't get noticed or seen. There's a real and present stake to understanding how to craft ideas. And that will move people and will change people. This is what you learn in school, but doesn't have a real grounded understanding of what is valuable other than the grade you get. When you leave school, you don't actually know how to make something that is interesting or valuable, either to a marketplace or to the people around you. You only have the random skills you picked up along the way and no real foundation to moving forward in life and creating your own path on the game board. That's where I think social media allows people to create their own path. They get to understand how they themselves can create an idea and actually persuade people about it, can actually use a persuasion they learned or the concepts they learned and keep moving, keep growing them, but in a way that is helpful to them on their path. Not anyone else's path, but their own. This is why I think starting in school is good as your first teacher, your basic teacher. But after a point, you actually have to start taking in inputs and analyzing what you do to understand what is actually interesting to a real audience, not just people who are there to listen to you, people who are there for you to listen to them. That is not actually valuable. That's just fake, paid understanding and learning and value. You have to actually learn how to create something that an audience will like, that an audience will resonate with, and not just make things that the people around you accept, but actually make something that'll be interesting to people who don't understand it, who don't like what you're talking about, but you make them interested. And that's where, instead of school, moving on to social media. Social media is people. It's people who are consuming. And if they aren't interested, they won't watch. And that's your true tell to what is valuable. And school doesn't give you that.